Hi folks, it's Switchback. I'm headed on my next adventure, which is going to be backpacking for 2 nights at the Glen Campground at Point Reyes National Seashore. And I can't wait to take you with me.
You can't turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide, you can bury yourself beneath the stone. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody is waiting down the line. You pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. I can feel the sun and how the wind makes way across the fields. Let me take a breath.
Little bursts of color all over the place. I often forget how beautiful it is out here, especially in the fall like this, like that we have this foliage that's not that far away. Today is Wednesday, and Sunday we had a massive storm out here. We received 8 inches of rain in 24 hours at our house, and the winds were crazy. And all this looks like really fresh cleanup here. For which I am extremely grateful. I'm not having to sift my way through all this today. I've talked about how some tree fall is easier to get through than others. That doesn't look like it was a whole lot of fun to try to crawl through. We'll see if we can see anything exciting over here. It might just be too much brush. Oh no, we get a little bit. All right, onward I go. Interesting. There is a cactus here. I would not have guessed as much. I hope that wasn't accidentally brought in by someone. There are succulents out here, being on the coast, but I've not seen a cactus in this wet of an environment in the wild. And that is my trail. Always fun to see that. On to some single track, baby. Love me some single track. I'm about 1.5 miles in, so not that far, but I already unrolled my pant legs. And the reason I even wore pants is because now that the first rain has come, that means that the ticks come out. So, and there are a lot of tall grasses up here, so that's why I needed some long pants. And I'm really glad I wore a short sleeve shirt because It's definitely warm. It's only supposed to be like 65 or so today, but when you're moving and it's super humid, that's plenty warm. And thankfully it's only supposed to be like 55 at night the next couple nights. So I just brought my little 55 degree bag, and I have a bag liner, I have base layers. I should be just fine with that. And then I have an emergency blanket if needed. Oh wow. So beautiful here. Oh, I put you through a spider web. Oh, anyway. One of the reasons it goes slow with me here, always picking up the sticks that fall. Yeah, so I should be plenty warm enough at night. And because I'm on the coast and it's been raining, it's gonna be 100% humidity in the mornings. So it'll probably be foggy. So I brought my double walled tent, even though it's like twice the weight of my trekking pole tent, but it's worth the 3 extra pounds to not be covered in condensation in the morning. It's muddy. You can see sinking in here. You can tell that it's been raining. And here's more of those tall grasses I wore my long pants for. When you do YouTube and you're trying to keep things within arm's reach in creative ways. It works. Are you across the trail at all? I hope not. Stuff has just always fascinated me. I think it's so beautiful. about 2 miles left to get to camp, I think, give or take. It literally smells like Christmas out here because of all of the fir trees and just how many of them have just been blown around by that last storm. It's pretty cool. Hard to tell. I think, oh, that is the ocean over there. Yeah, you can see the coastline just barely. I just got stuck in my shoelace there. Let's see. There we go. Another blaze there. So here's where I just came from, that way. And right now, I'm gonna head over this way to get to camp. Nice big puddle. Smelling like Christmas. At all, but it's gonna be warm enough. I'll be fine. I'm already pretty warm. There's my little humble abode. Oh, this gave me a good little laugh. Some animal has thoughts.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5. city light. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
It is time for a little self-guided tour of the campground, especially while it's pretty empty. Nice water spigot over here, the toilets, there are trash cans and recycling, which is like a huge luxury when you're backpacking. You can tell someone's trenched a little there. That's trenching to try to keep water out of your tent, which is not very leave no trace. But to be fair, after the weekend of rain we just had, I get it. I see people have been burning fires in the barbecues, which I wondered if people did that. Even though we're not supposed to have fires, it's interesting that they have these barbecues as if people are going to bring briquettes. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, here's my little barbecue. Again, it looks like people have been burning fires in them. One of the things I like to do before I do any kind of a new meal anywhere is I'll separate it in two, and then I'll package up half of it if I like it, and then try it at home. I might package up half of it, sometimes I don't. You can even use the oxygen absorber that it comes with for that. So I write on it what it is and how much water it needs. They basically always need the same amount of time, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I'm stoked to have my new little Pocket Rocket Deluxe. I always forget that this one actually has a lighter on it too, but I would never ever want to count on that. Always bring a backup lighter. So we need 5.5 ounces of water, which is fairly precise. I'll probably use this thing since it has markers on the inside. This one will be pad thai with chicken. I like to put the lid on to conserve a little heat. And open it up. Let it rip. There's another solo female backpacker that just got here. That's pretty cool. A little more comfy. It's already boiling. Ooh, yeah. Never assume the handles don't get hot. I like the frogs. Oh, American Discovery Trail. I had no idea. Nice thing is I don't have to open up the whole thing because I'm camping here at Glen Camp, and over here is where my trailhead is. I'd like to go down to Wildcat Camp and check it out. I like to look at campgrounds and look at the different sites and make notes of campsites we might want to get in the future. And so I want to check out Wildcat Camp, which is really hard to get into anyway. And then I'd like to go down to Alamere Falls, which I've been to before. There's quite a lot to see here at Point Reyes. I can only see like this much of it on this trip because I'm only backpacking and I'm not exactly like hiking through the whole park. And I highly recommend checking it out if you ever get the chance. It looks like there's a little trail off the campground here, so I might go check that out. Time to go explore just a little. Bye, camp. So we'll go wander. Well, I'm certainly appreciative that there's running water at camp because the creek, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's way down there. I ain't going. I don't know. Maybe I'm going there right now. Probably no. When I go hiking, I seem to get like these really random songs stuck in my head. So on the way to camp, it was a short skirt and a long jacket. Now it's Papa Don't Preach. I haven't heard either of these songs in who knows how long. Big spider web. You took the brunt of it, thanks. Ooh, let me get this one out. It's really pretty out here. You can see this creek. It's a really pretty little waterfall over here. If you ask Mountain Goat, she'll tell you I love me a good seasonal creek. Check it out. Very nice. I love a good fungus. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. Let me know what you liked in the comments, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.